Hi guys, this is Mrs. Spence, and I'm excited to let you know that over the next couple of weeks, we will be starting something called a literature circle. A literature circle is similar to a book club in that you and a group of people will be assigned a book, and every couple of days I will give you a new reading assignment. So for example, your first reading assignment might be chapters 1 and 2 of your chapter book. Okay, so your first objective is to read that assignment, and every reading assignment, you will be given a new role in the literature circle. Okay, so for your very first literature circle role, you have been assigned to be the map maker. And I think this is kind of a cool one. It's a lot. I have a lot to explain though for this. So there are many different types of maps that you can create related to your reading assignment, but it's important that whichever one you choose has to do with the main idea of the section that you've read. Okay, so you're not actually making a real map, although you could if you can somehow connect that to what you've been reading. All right, but I have many different types of maps that you get to choose from, and I'm going to go through and explain each one. Okay, so I have two different types of Venn diagrams, the first one being just two circles. So you could pick two main characters and compare and contrast those characters. How are they similar? How are they different? What actions have they taken that are similar, that are different? Okay, maybe you're going to compare and contrast two places or two objects that are important in the story. Okay, so that's the Venn diagram. I also, if you have three main characters that you'd like to compare and contrast, you can pick the Venn diagram that has three different circles. All right. And again, it doesn't have to be people or characters. It could also be objects or places or things that are happening in the story. Okay. And again, you're just going to choose one of these. You have many different options to choose from, but whichever one you think most applies to the reading assignment that you've completed. Okay. You also have the 5 W's chart. Okay. Here, you're going to choose an event that happened in the story. So maybe some really big event happened that was scary, exciting, sad, suspenseful. You're going to pick that event and you're going to answer what happened in the event. Who was there? So which characters were there? Why did it happen? What caused it to happen? When did it happen? And where did it happen? So it's called 5 W's because each of your questions begins with a W word. All right. And you're probably going to want to pick that one again if you have like a big event that happened and you think that's important to the story. Okay. You could also choose the cause and effect tree. So again, you're going to pick something that happened that's pretty important in the story to the main idea, and you're going to write that main event down here. And then, because that happened, you're going to tell me what other things have happened. How have the characters changed? How has the setting changed? How have the things in the story changed because of that big event? All right. And if you chose that and you finished early, you could color it if you'd like. And remember, whichever map you choose, it has to be related to the main idea of what you've been reading, and you're going to share it with the rest of your group. Okay. Each group member has their own role, and they're completing their own worksheet that they're going to share with you. Okay. So yeah, I have two more. You could also pick the imagery chart. So maybe as you were reading, you had this really great event that you were picturing in your mind, and you thought that that was worth sharing with your group. Okay, so what you'll do is you're going to explain to me when you were reading and you were creating that image in your mind, what are things that you could probably feel or imagine yourself feeling? What are some things that you could taste? What are some things that you could see as you were reading? What are some things that maybe they talked about that something you might be able to smell as you were creating that image in your mind? Or what are some things that you could hear as you were picturing that image in your mind and you were pretending that you were in the story or seeing the story in your head? Okay, so that could be a really great one. And really, if you finish this one early, after you write in all your things, I would draw your image on the back and share that with your group members. Okay, and the very final map that you can choose from, actually, if you come up with your own idea of a map that you want to create, you could do that as long as it connects to the main idea and the main characters. But the very final one that I have for you to choose from is called a character map. So you're going to pick one of the main characters, and you're going to draw this person to look like how you envision that main character. And then you're going to write 3 things in the thought bubbles of things that you think that they might be thinking throughout the pages that you've read. Okay, so what are they thinking about other characters, about things that are happening in the story? How are they feeling? Okay, so you're going to fill in those 3 thought bubbles. And if you have more, you can draw your own thought bubbles on here. I kind of made this, so it was kind of difficult for me to make. But if you want to add more thought bubbles or draw pictures of things that they might be feeling in the background, that would be awesome. Okay, so again, you're going to pick one of those that you think most connects to what you've been reading and fill it in and get ready to share it with your team members. All right, so I look forward to seeing what map you picked, and thanks for listening.